So once again, I'm doing the incredibly useful things that I've bought before I came away and that have proven to be absolutely indispensable. Again, got three things. Firstly is my Swiss Army plug. This thing has obviously, I think that's British, UK, and then you squeeze in the sides and it comes apart. You've got the I'm not sure what it is, I think it might be Japanese, and then under here you've got this thing pulls out and it goes on top of that, and that's your European. If I can get it to work. Apparently it won't work. Maybe try it upside down or something. Just clips in like that, and then I've got a plug, which is the next thing that's absolutely incredibly useful, which is my hub. So this thing here is off Temu. The Swiss Army plug, by the way, I think it was $10 Aussie, so you can't beat that. This thing here is a power hub. It runs off normal Australian plug, so normal 240, 220 volt. Plugs into there, so obviously that plugs into the Swiss Army plug, and then on there I've got, without my glasses on, I've got a lot of USB-Cs and two USB-As. They collectively go 800 watts, so if you've got quite a lot of draw, then you have to have a lot of stuff on there to hit 800 watts. I added up all the stuff that I was bringing in. It was, I think it's about 540. So again, incredibly useful, and it was like, I think it was $60 on Temu. I'm not sure what that rattle is, but it still functions. And the last incredibly useful thing is, this is branded, so I won't show the brand on it, but basically, I've got a couple of these. There's that one. I've got one for, that's all my camera stuff. These things are worth their weight in gold because it keeps everything tidy. Apparently tidy. All of the cords on one side. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just pause the video and then I'll show you what it's like when it's all, moving the camera, when it's all together, and that makes sense then. Okay, by the magic of editing, I'm back. Here's the little thing. I put all the cords on one side, and this is the stuff that's in there. That's just a headlamp for camping. So this is the biggest cord. So what I've done is I've made it fit where there's a little depression there. Excuse me. And then, so all closes up, job done. And like I said, incredibly useful, robust. Nothing gets damaged because it's, it's all relatively looked after. I've also got, so what I did when I bought them, I measured up the things that I was putting into them. So it's hard to explain how I did that, but the process was basically get it together, put it in a container of some fashion, and then get a rough dimensions of what it was. Go online. Temu have, actually I think that was from YouTube, incredibly cheap. I think it was like $9. This is actually for a Nintendo. It's what I use it for. This is all the stuff from the head unit for the GPS. It's got some unusual, I'm not going to show you because you won't be able to see them in there, but it's got some unusual moldings in there, so it doesn't actually fit the way I wanted it to fit the GPS head unit, but I can put the head unit in there. But coincidentally, it actually fits my paperwork, so the paperwork's in there. So that's for the bike, my IDP, International Driver's Permit, if you don't know what that is, and then all the ancillary stuff or accessories for the GPS unit in case I need it. And like I said, I think it was $10. And they're really robust, so you got to rate them. The only problem is it makes fitting them into like on the bike situation, difficult because you've got the top box and you've got to try and fit things around so they don't mold well. They become the basis for what you're fitting everything else around. So yeah, the only other thing I forgot to mention was this thing, Swiss Army plug, is branded Cortec. So like I said, I'm pretty sure it was $10, $9.99. If it was 15, I don't think it was that much. I think it was literally $10, and it's probably the best plug that I've bought. I've bought all manner of plugs before, and this thing, you know. The other thing too, it's got a USB-C and a USB-A on the bottom. I forgot to mention that before. Yeah, best $10 I'll ever spend in my life traveling. So yeah, hope that's been helpful. If it hasn't, tough. It's already out there and you just watched it and wasted 8, 9, 10 minutes of your time. See ya.